Heading into this game against the Hawks tomorrow, with your playoff experience, what have you been sharing with the guys just about mentality, focus, etc., that has been helpful for them?
I mean, I think these guys know. I think the last probably 3 weeks of the season, we've been in type of a playoff mindset, playoff mode as far as expectations of having to win certain games. And it's just another one, but this is obviously the win and go home.
What has been the focus, especially defensively, against the Hawks with Trey, with Capella? That's kind of been sort of like, I guess, the attention to detail for you guys.
Well, today is our first day discussing the Hawks, obviously. We went to a lot of detail. We broke out into our small groups. We'll come back in again tomorrow and figure out, different strategies that we want to probably throw at them, different game plan adjustments that we may have to make. So we haven't gotten into too much detail that I could share with you, but, JB's done a great job and the staff has done a great job of getting us prepped and ready.
Did you watch the game live last night?
Yes.
Yeah.
We watched it actually as a team live.
Okay. Did something stand out to you about the Hawks in that game against Charlotte?
Well, they played well. They moved the ball well as a team. Trey accepted the double teams that Charlotte threw at him start the game. He got off the ball extremely well. He, shared the ball with his teammates, and they made plays for each other.
What do you like about the combination of you and Darius, the way that JB used you guys down the stretch of the game against Brooklyn?
Mead been out there with an exceptional scorer, exceptional playmaker, a guy that can create his own shots. And also, he's even tougher, I think, to guard when he doesn't have the ball and he's moving without it. Defenses aren't easy to able to set up and load up against him. So it's just a combination of that, being out there with a high IQ guy, a guy that can make his own shots and create his own shots for me as well. So
Darius and having some of these younger guys who have never been in a playoff or non-regular season situation before in their careers, they just seemed so unfazed the other night, especially like after that first quarter or so. I guess just what have you seen from some of these guys who this is their first go around with this mentality-wise?
I mean, it's just one game, so I can't really, assess too much in one game. But just their mentality, their character, who they are, they have an even keel mindset. They always seem pretty poised about everything they do and how they go about their day-to-day life. And it's like it's no different on the court. We got off to a bad start, but in the huddle, guys are poised. Try to continue to keep fighting and chip away at one possession at a time.
And then with that first quarter the other night, when you guys have watched film and kind of dissected it, I guess what stood out that maybe changed from that first quarter to the rest of the game that you guys can take forward tomorrow?
I think our physicality, attention to detail, understanding game plan mistakes that we did make in Brooklyn that I think turned into 49 points. I think we had 22 game plan mistakes, and we can cut that in half tomorrow night. I think we'll be in pretty good shape.
That's one thing to tell these young kids about playoff basketball. It's another thing to go out and do it. It's someone who has been through it. Did you notice anything the other night from the young kids, like an aha moment, like, hey, so this is what you guys were talking about physicality, intensity, all that kind of thing? Did you notice anything from those young guys?
No, like I said, I thought it started in Toronto. Obviously that was a big game and we lost, and I think it was another game following Chicago. So like those young guys have been tested, time after time as far as how physical the game is, how to value each possession, how to close out quarters are big, and we're going to continue to learn and grow through it. But we won't have any more time to grow if we don't get it done tomorrow.
How do you take those final three quarters, setting aside that first quarter, but those final three quarters where you guys really went toe to toe? How do you bring that forward Friday night? The level of execution you guys had, all of that. How do you bring that forward?
I think we're going to obviously need our fans. It's going to be rocking in the building tomorrow night, and looking forward to them getting us an extra boost as well. We just can't dig a hole. I think if we don't dig a hole to start the first half, start the game off, I think we'll be in pretty good shape.
There's a lot of people that view you guys as the surprise of the 78 season. Feel good just to be here. Do you get the sense that you guys aren't satisfied? Do you feel like you have to say that to some of the young guys? It's just
I don't think we have to say that. I mean, like I said, JB's done a great job all year, putting things in perspective of where we are and who we are. So it goes without saying.
Anything else in here? All right, Tom, go ahead on Zoom. Thanks, Sharon. Hey, Rajon, you played in like 4,000 playoff games. Does it ever get any easier, or was there a time where it began to become a little bit easier for you?
I wouldn't say easier. The game obviously slows down.
Right.
You have more time for preparation. You know your opponents a lot better, but it's not easier. No, like I said, obviously they vice versa. They know you just as much. They know your tendencies, know your hot spots on the floor. They know what you like to do. So it's just a matter of being able to make in-game adjustments and countering to what their attacks are on both ends of the floor.
And I know it's a very different team, but were the Nets in some ways kind of ideal prep because they do set those high screens for Trey and run something similar, at least initially in the offense?
No, I mean, not the way I look at it. You know, those are three different type of players. You know, KD, Kyrie are more ISO players. And Trey's going to be in at least 50 to 60 pick and rolls a game. And I know Trey's mindset. I played with him a couple months. He's going to go out, swinging and fighting. And like I said, they're different. Atlanta has a lot more shooters on the court. We executed the Brooklyn game plan as well when they didn't have as much shooting. But like I said, we got another chance at it, and hopefully we better tomorrow night.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Marla?
Marla Ridenour, Akron Beacon Journal. Yeah, Rajon, the other night when you guys are talking like during timeouts, are you trying to tell these guys like technical things, or is it more like settle down and boost up the young guys, or what kind of was your focus there?
Well, I mean, I wasn't the only voice in the timeout. There's so many guys and coaches, chipping in and what we need to do on certain possessions. So each timeout is different, depending on the situation in the game, whether it's, getting guys to focus on boxing out, getting guys to focus on taking care of the ball. It just depends. I can't really say in particular one thing that, certain guys were I was saying in certain timeouts.
And you might not want to go down this path, but could you see the value of this team making a 7-game series just for their growth?
Could I see the value of making
this team, winning this game and getting a 7-game series just to show them more about what the playoffs are like?
I mean, yeah, we all want that. We all want to extend the season and continue to grow as a team and make some noise.
Christoph?
You're welcome.
Hey, Rajon, Christoph says DNA Greece. Hope you're doing well. During your career, you played some pretty remarkable playoff games in this arena as an opponent of the Cavaliers. Now you are in the team. How big is the boost of the fans in such a playoff game like that?
They're huge, and the fans I'm sure will be a lot better than Brooklyn's fans were for them. And I'm just looking forward to, like I said, feeding off that energy. Feeding off the bench's energy and continue to try to get a dub for these fans and for this organization.
And how could you describe the mindset and the determination of the team ahead of this game against the Hawks?
Well, we got another, 38, 42 hours, whatever it is. And then, like I said, our mindset is locked in. We've got our prep books. We've been in the gym for about 4 hours now. We should be locked in and ready to go.
Thank you very much.
Last question from Paul Gant.
Paul Gant, Go For Radio. Rajon, two-time world champion. You've been in a lot of playoff games. You always upped your game in the playoffs. Who is playoff Rondo? We heard so much about it. Who is playoff Rondo?
I can't really put it into words. I get a little more time to rest my body. I usually play a lot more minutes, and the coaches usually allow me to do what I do best, manipulate the game and try to do what's best for the team and stay on the same page with my teammates, along with getting W's.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Thanks, Rondo.
All right.